Torp here. It's kind of funny how this story is going to go, because when I first came on into this here gig community, content creator community, first thing that popped up that made all the kind of stir was talking about YouTube glitches. YouTube glitches. Jesus, man, oh man. Doordash glitches. Well, Lord and behold, we got a nationwide auto parts, a nationwide glitch today. I guess you guys already know about it, but if you don't, that means you didn't get one, which is hard to believe, because I was checking out his Doordash down, and they were popping in from every state. Some people were kind enough to say what part of the state they were in. Thought that was cool. From what I could see, it was every state. And on top of that, it shows you at the top if it says, that, are there any known problems? And this was so bad it said there was. You know how it says it at the top? There are no known issues at this time. Today it said there was. Well, I was one of them. So I'm used to the clock stopping and not restarting when you resume pause. I'm used to that. That happens from time to time. That's been happening to me for the last year and a half. It's a little bit rare. I don't know. Maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, something like that. But I heard DoorDash Sucks talk about it, and also Kim's Money Plans talk about it, which is interesting because I don't think DoorDash Sucks realizes that Kim's Money Plans is a huge fan of Pedro, and I do mean huge. He said he didn't know who she was. He just stumbled across the video. He must have been typing in the question about pauses. I was tripping when he did that too, because he played her video back, some of it, the one, I guess she made it today. Oh man, this is interesting because she was on a live with him, dude. She was on a live with him, huh? Pedro and not Hannibal. She was on with Hannibal too, though. She's been on with Hannibal too. I know you like Hannibal. Hannibal is pretty cool. Hannibal's hungry, but the other cat, no, she's a big fan of all of them. Actually, Kim's Money Plans she doesn't have a problem with anybody that I know of. She's pretty neutral, man. She's super neutral, actually. So be careful there about talking to her about any of that stuff, because she's not going to jump aside. She will not jump aside. None of these girls will jump aside, except for Dodo. Dodo, she's a dodo. Anyway, the reason I say this is because she popped up on somebody's channel with a comment about, no, I think that was actually live. I can't remember now. So much is going on. But she doesn't like me because she said I commented on her video and it didn't make any sense. I wish he would go away or something like that. I'm like, I literally said nothing to her. I don't know where she comes up with this shit. I think she makes it up. I don't fucking know. If I did say anything to her, it was something nice because I thought she was cool. And then I read that comment and I was like, oh God, here she goes kissing butt too. What the fucking fucks? Anyways, you got to do your research before you make friends or break off with somebody. You got to do your research first. Don't just take somebody else's word for it. I'm not even asking you guys to believe me. That's not what this is even about. It's the pause. I got an accidental, which Kim's Money Plans was talking about last summer. They couldn't figure out what it was, and then the girl in Florida was doing it too. She got one of them. Every once in a while, us bottom feeders, we get a catering order or a large order program order. And this was funny about it. I got what was that? 1575, 2 items. I think it was 4 miles. Perfect timing too. Right after lunch. Usually it's crickets here. I was like, I will take that, sir. Yes, I will. May I have another? So I'm at Myers, not Myers, it was Target. I'm at Target. I hear that famous thing go off. GPS signal lost. It's been doing that a lot lately. So I'm like, huh? So what? It always says that. But this time, the order went away. I was like, oh, I was right there too. I was like, shit. That was per $15 for little son of a bitch. I know Target like the back. I would have been in and out of that son of a bitch. Parking lot was half empty. So as I'm sitting there, I get another ping. This one blew my mind. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, check this out. This is no bullshit. All jokes aside. It was Potbelly. It was 4 miles. 60 items. Y'all know what the 60 items means, don't you? I sure the hell know what that means. And it was $7. I was like, yeah. My ass at $7. That's 60 items. I would accept this just to see the address. I'll use it on a sign if it's a house. I would use it on a sign. I mean, some people are that stupid and cheap. Miserable human beings. So I accepted it. I was like, I'm accepting this no matter what. I don't care. So I accepted it. Sure as shit, as soon as I accepted, my screen went white. I heard GPS signal lost again. I was like, oh, it should be fine because I saw it accept. I did see it accept. It was just about ready to go to the next screen to where it gives you directions. And started scanning for orders. I was like, no. I wanted to see what that was for real. Oh, I could have unassigned it if it was garbage. It said $7 for 60 items. I'm like, no, I know better. So I'm like, oh, man, I lost that order. And then I get the notification. You missed a delivery. Bing. We tried to send you a delivery. Bing. I'm like, I got like 4 or 5 of those in a row. I'm like, oh, we're doing one of those glitches. Gotcha. I got you. Makes perfect sense. We're doing one of those glitches. Nothing I can do about it. It's all screwed up. I'm going to have to just either end my dash so that they don't screw me up and give me a contract violation for not delivering something that I never received to begin with, or pause it and hope for the best. Oh, I was already paused. I was already paused. I missed too many orders. I was like, well, go fuck it. So I'm just going to drive down to my other place where I like to sit. I'll just drive down there and have a cigarette, open up my other phone and see what's going on in some of these apps that I like. You know, just chill for about an hour. That's what my plan was. So I did that. I drove down. I'd say it was about a mile click, maybe a mile and a half. No big deal. Lots of bad traffic there, but I was like, well, I ain't doing nothing, so no big deal. So I finally get to my spot. I'm sitting in the car. I'm like, turning on the phone, turn the radio down just a little bit, light up a cigarette, crack the window, looking around at people driving. Just lunch is just ending. I'm like, okay, all right, break time. No big deal. You know what I'm saying? Just rolling them dice, baby. Nah, you the thing. Anyways, I'm like chilling, scanning for orders. I'm like, man, nothing's gonna happen. It's all good. All of a sudden, I get this bing, a message up top that says, we tried to send you an order, that one. I'm like, I want to click on that this time. I want to see what the order, where it was. I click on that and my phone flips out and it says directions. That was my Potbelly order. It came back to life. I had already been sitting for 7 minutes. The restaurant was only a mile away from where I accepted it at the first time. I'm sitting in a parking lot. What, 7 minutes? 6, 7 minutes? I'm like, oh, for the love of God. Start the car. I'm like, it was the same one, 60 items. I saw it, $7. I was like, oh, I want to know what this is so bad. It's got to be huge. So I pull out. Of course, I'm not making this up. I'm not being a drama queen. It was literally the third longest light in this area. I was like, really? I was on my way to the store, you fuck nuts. I was too. I was literally going to go through that intersection. I could have took a left and been there to Potbelly. I'm not going to explain it to you. You probably got the same thing where you got. You can go straight, but if you make a left, you're going to have to go all the way through all these jumps and hoops and ladders to get back that way. So I get to that light, the next light. I'm like, you guys, seriously. I was like, as soon as I see it, because I don't use the directions because I know where it is. I'm like, as soon as I see arrived at store, because they'll give it to you sooner than you're supposed to get it, I'll hit it. I don't know if that's a contract violation or not. It shouldn't be. If they're offering it to you and they know you're close, you click it. So the second I could click it, I did. I drove around. It's about a block. I drove around, going to Potbelly. I'm like, so excited. I was so excited, because $7 is bullshit for 60 items. First, I didn't even want to look at the address where it was going. Didn't even want to know. I wanted to get that shit picked up. Bam! Before that app crashed again. So I go in, I gave him the name. And believe it or not, it was 4 massive bags. And I do mean massive. I've never even seen those bags before. And I've been to Potbelly for the last 2 years dashing. It's just, these fuckers were huge. So I said, I just want to see how much there was so I could, see how many bags I needed. Because I have 2 catering bags and like 4 regular bags. And then I've got a couple of extra ones I used to use when I first started because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. But they're all insulated and zipped. It took every bag I had to get that figured out. And then I got him in the car. And then I finally looked at the address. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. GE Aviation. General Electric. GE Aviation. I was like, oh! Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I was like, oh, I'm on my fucking way, bro. I'm on my way. The shit's in the back. Hit directions. I didn't even bother to look at anything. I found out it was GV Aviation before I left. I didn't bother to look at anything else, like the special instructions. I'm like, I'm going to get my car going. Get the fuck out of Dodge. I ain't multitasking right now. Because the traffic I got to get back through to get up in that direction is a bitch. So let's get the fuck out of here. Special instructions were, I love these. Leave at door. Call me when you arrive. I'm like, thank God, because I was going to call you anyway. I ain't leaving this shit at no door. Are you high, bro? This is probably $400, $500 worth of food. Had to be. It was massive. So I get there. As soon as I said arrived, I said, are you sure? You do not appear to be at the location. I'm like, oh. I said, well, I'm calling the customer anyway. You can go fuck yourself. So I call the customer. I have arrived. Just like they said. I didn't do anything special because I know this is a big place. It's a big business. General Electric anyway. One of their big aviation facilities. Massive motherfucker. Never been there before. So I just want to make sure the customer gets the food and then I'll fuck with Doordash later. Right afterwards, I'm going to fuck with Doordash to see what's going on. So I gave them their food. I was like, the bitch of it is the app was all jacked up. I'm like, what's the fucking payout? What is this fucking... I just couldn't... It kept on saying... Like I was trying to complete the order. I just handed it to the customer. I know they're not going to jack me up at GE Aviation. I was going to take a picture of the plant, or at least the address of the plant. I was going to at least do that. I was like, I ain't getting no contract violation for food not delivered. I thought, dude, you're at GE Aviation. 2 of the fucking managers just came out. This is a fucking business. Businesses don't play that game. Not like that. I know some people would argue with that, but this was real. This was a massive plant, and these guys all came out in suits and ties. I'm like, this ain't that. This is real. I can hit handed to customer. So I hit handed to customer. Could not load data. Could not load data. Try to retry. Could not load data. I was like, I just want to see the payout and I'll go home. I promise. I want to keep dashing because I've only been out for 4 hours. This is ridiculous. I think at that point I was at like 60 or 70 bucks. I was like, kind of slow, not a big deal. It's fine. I just pulled off breakfast, just getting through a shitty lunch on a Tuesday. I was like, that's fine. I want to know what this payout is. I want to know what this. Couldn't load data. So I moved the car. I'm like, are they going to let me finish this motherfucker? No, are they going to let me finish this if I'm too far away? Finally, it went to scanning orders. I'm like, oh, I didn't get to see the payout. It went right to scanning orders. First thing I did was pause. I was like, no. I am not pausing orders right now. I don't know what just happened or how much I even made. I have no clue. So I paused it, went back to where I came from. Sure as shit, I pulled up Doordash is down. Again, I started my video off with that, and guess what? It was down across everything. It was down everywhere. So I was like, all right, I'm pulling over again. The second I pulled over, thought about hitting the end dash. I just want to see how much I made, and it better be there. If it's $7, it better be there. All of a sudden, lo and behold, out of nowhere, it's scanning orders. And then I went ahead and hit paused again. I kind of refreshed the app. I slid it away, brought it back up, slid it away, brought it back up. All of a sudden it showed up. $75 for that order. I was like, excuse me? That wasn't even a catering order. That wasn't a large order program order. It didn't say anything on it about that. Nothing. It just said the name of the customer and how much. You know, you guys already know what I'm talking about. Not the name of the name of the store. That's all it said. It was like $75. Make a scream and holler. Hell, I get paid to do the wild thing. That was ridiculous. Now, I don't know if that was a glitch or there weren't any other dashes around. I don't know that it was a glitch, but if it was a glitch, the only thing I could think of, it was supposed to be LOP, but sometimes they slide through, I guess. But these guys didn't want me to bring it in the building. That's why they wanted me to call, because they came out to me and they took the bags from me. You don't argue with the customers. Say, well, because I'm thinking to myself, had I had that situation where you got to take a picture of it on the table spread out, I'd been kind of fucked, because I could tell by what was going on. You're not allowed in the building. I could tell. I wondered about that the LOP. What if you're not allowed in the building and they want you to take a picture? I've never seen it, so I'm assuming there must be handed to customer. I don't know. I'm not going to speak to it because I don't know. But anyway, yeah, the glitches are for real. And what I actually think it is that they are getting ready to change the pause feature because of multi-appers. That's what I think. The pause feature is something that they're going to get fixed for themselves because they're sick of multi-appers. And since by law they can't legally not let us do it, they can make the app so you can't do it. We're not saying you can't. If you can figure it out, if you want to come back and schedule after you're done with Uber Eats, come on over. We'll throw you some orders. But you can't. You're going to find it hard to do both with a pause and a pause and a pause. Because we're not really running the pause program so much anymore. We're just not going to let you utilize that part of the app. We're not saying you can't do it. You're just not going to be able to utilize pause. We're not big fans of it here at Doordash, so we're going to get that off the app slowly and make sure that everything's good for you when you get back after your dash is done. Oh! At least that's what I think's happening. Let's face it, they know they don't want nobody multi-apping. And maybe they just found a legal way to get us to stop it. I said this too, just over the summer. I said, they're going to get rid of the multi-appers. Watch. They're going to figure it out. Because it ain't legal to tell us we're not allowed to. But it might be legal for them to say, well, you're allowed to, but we're not going to give the option on our app. Anyway, that's what happened to me today, and that's my 2 cents on the pause. Oh, I kept it under 20 minutes. Raise the roof. Torp out.